I was gonna say I hear her. Woo!
Take your time. I'm ready when you are. Just
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to River City Plus, the show after the show, the River City After Party. And we are going to be partying with the one and only Stephen Quinn this morning. Whoop,
Woo
whoop!
woo! That's right.
Oh my gosh. So I'm actually excited that you and I get to sit down because you've had a lot going on. We were mentioning in studio that we haven't gotten to do a ton of live music lately because of reparations with the studio, but you came back in today and you came back in with a beautiful song, Heroes to Halos.
Thank you.
And I just wanted to dive in and talk about your career, like how it's been changing. You announced on air that you have a big move coming up to Nashville. Like, how are you feeling in this moment?
I'm excited, scared, nervous,
Yeah, all of the
ready.
above.
Yeah, literally all of the emotions right now. I'm excited to, kind of venture out of Florida. This will always be my home. I'll always be back. All my family's here, but I'm excited to just adventure, grow more, and I really want to get into the songwriting community up there because I mean it's kind of hard here to do songwriting. There's not a big community for it, but also I kind of want to do, like I said last night, I did a songwriters round last night with some people from here but live in Nashville. They brought it down here to Jackrabbits, and I'm like, that's a great idea because we don't have stuff like that here. I believe we have a place out in Jacks Beach that does it.
Yes, the Blue Jay
Yes,
listening
the
room.
Blue Jay,
Kara, shout out. We love
which
you.
I want to go there and do a show.
Yes.
I haven't done that yet, but one day. So yeah, I'm just super excited and blessed and ready to grow more and venture out.
Yeah. Can I ask you kind of a toughie?
Yeah.
So obviously this is, I mean, media obviously is an insanely tough industry. Music even tougher. Like, I would say right up there with like acting and things like that. Like it's the thing that so many people are good at that they really want to excel at, but it's just getting through and you've made it to that level of this is your job, this is what you're doing for a living. How did you make it through those? Did you ever have those tough times where you're like, this sucks, like I'm just gonna go get a job and I've had it?
Yes. That's kind of something I feel like that never really goes away. It's like something you deal with all the time because you'll have, these really high highs and then the lows are really low. um, but at the end of the day, you just kind of have to roll with the punches and know that, I mean, you're kind of always growing, learning, and it's just a journey. So I mean, you just kind of got to be all in. And when I do have those moments, I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna get a real job, and then I'm like, no, been there, done that. I don't
Right.
like
Yeah.
it.
I mean, I do think there's something to be said for like having something that fuels you. Like if that fuel is coming from something that's consistent and you know what you're doing every day, like I I think it's so different for everybody. Like
Yeah.
some people come in and they look at what I do and they're like, I'd rather throw myself in front of a bus than have to talk in front of people every day. And I'm like, see, if you took me away from an audience, like I will
Right.
shrivel up and die.
Well,
'Cause
and that's kind of how I explain it too. Is like it's the same thing with me performing live and getting to do stuff like this and getting to meet people and connect with people. Like I literally can't live without that.
Same.
I
Yeah.
thrive. I thrive off of it.
Not performing
And
because they throw rocks, but
so it is that thing where it's like I worked an office job for a year before I really started doing music full time, and I was like, I can't do it. I was going crazy just sitting in an office, Monday through Friday, and now I get to control my own schedule. I get to pretty much do what I want most of the time, and it's great.
yeah, it's so important to like I think like know what really works for you when it comes
Yeah.
to looking for a career path and finding what you're passionate about. Um, I've learned so much more recently just as I've seen more songwriter circles and seen songwriters perform. First of all, I had no idea how many people have people writing their songs. I'm like, what do you mean they didn't write? I mean, these giant chart-topping hits will have writers behind them.
One of the writers last night wrote one of Megan Maroney's songs on her newest album, And it is. I mean, they're the songwriters. Chris Stapleton was a songwriter for years before people even knew who he was. Maren Morris. I mean, there's all the list is never ending.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I obviously am a performer, singer at heart, and I'm not the best songwriter, but I've been working on it. Like I said, I want to grow more in Nashville. And it's kind of like if you can't make it as a singer, maybe you can make it as a songwriter. But for me, I just have to be a part of the business somewhere, somehow.
I no, I love that. And your voice is so beautiful. I mean, one thing about River City Live is, this is a studio. We've got like a plug that goes in, a plug that goes out. There's no I would say there's no face tuning the voices in here. So I mean, what you hear is really what you get, and your voice is so beautiful. You're so talented.
Thank you.
When my mom's texting me during a commercial break, you're doing a good job.
That's the kind of stuff that really just, I'm like, this is why I do what I do, whether it's making somebody cry, making them happy, whatever, like just making people feel something through my music. And that's what I love about what I get to do.
Yeah. I mean, and you're so good at it. You're doing exactly what you need to do. And I'm so excited you're going to get to do it on a bigger scale. Now, when it comes to songwriting, it has always baffled me, like how it's actually done. Like, I don't know you at home if you've ever tried to take a stab at songwriting. I really thought I was doing something with my life one day. I was like, I could write a song. I can't. It was just kind of like a whiny poem, I think, is like what I came up with. I took like one music theory class and we had to have it to graduate.
And you're like, I got this.
My teacher was like, you can just come to when I perform music and I'll like give you a good grade, because this is not going to be your strength. It was kind of like my art teacher back in the day. They were like, this isn't your destiny, so we're not going to shame you for that.
Yeah,
we'll
so it's definitely songwriting is such a different thing, because I mean, like I said, I wasn't really born with the songwriting talent. It's something I've kind of had to hone and learn, and I'm still learning, because I mean, I get around other people and I'm just like, how are y'all so good at this? They just like spit out words and songs, like they can write a song like that, and I'm like, it takes me a while. I mean, I do have some. Heroes to Halos is actually one of them that my dad likes to text me. He'll be at work and he'll text me like one word or something and be like, write a song. So he texted me Heroes to Halos. This was probably about 2 years ago, and I wrote a song with it. But it did kind of, that one kind of fell out, which some of the best ones do fall out because they're coming straight from your soul, your heart, and those are just always the best ones.
Do you think there's like a common theme in what you enjoy performing, what you like to create? Like, what just is like your favorite thing to do when you're just like, hell yeah, I get to do this?
For me, I just love performing like in front of just the bigger the audience, the more fun the audience. That's like where I'm at home. I mean, it's always, now the songwriters rounds are really cool, but I'm kind of just getting into those. I've only done a few, but those are cool because you get to sit there and tell your story, what, the behind the song and who you wrote it with, how it came about, the meaning behind it, what it means to you. So that's super cool because you get to, when people come to writers rounds, they're really there to listen to your voice and your words and your story. And you don't always get that at other shows. But at other shows, you get to perform. So it's like, I don't know. I really love them both because, like I said, I'm a performer at heart. But when it comes to the writers round type stuff is when you really get to like, grab people's hearts and their feelings. So it's really cool.
Yeah. Do you think that becoming a better songwriter has made you a better performer?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. In what way?
I think whenever you're becoming a better songwriter, you learn to be able to emote more and really reach out to people and connect with people through your own words, which is way different than connecting through, cover songs and stuff like that. So I think in that way it really helps me when I'm performing to, just really connect with the people more.
Yeah.
Which again, I'll go back to it. That's what I literally live off of.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think that was the biggest thing when I remember I retired from volleyball and kind of had this like weird little like moment where I was like,
now what?
If no one's clapping, how do I survive? I'm like Tinkerbell. Like if I don't have applause, I'll just drop dead right on the ground.
Yeah.
And I don't know what that says about me and what I should work through in therapy, but I think it's important to know that.
Maybe you should try to write it in a song.
You know,
I'll help you.
Fun fact about me is like would love to be a singer. Now, unfortunately, I can't sing. I can't read music. I can't play an instrument. I can do nothing required of what that career would actually entail. But I stand by the fact that I would be an iconic drag queen because I am an amazing
You're like,
lip
I will
syncer.
lip sync all day.
I am a performer. I am just not a singer. So if you ever just need like a backup dancer to like lip sync for you, I will be like, I am here. I don't know if a lot
I'm
of
gonna have to
country does.
stand on a box though.
I'll just stand down. I'll be like down the stairs. I'll do your crowd work. It'll be great. We'll take this show on the road. So when I come to Nashville, I'm like really excited to
Yeah, you're gonna
see
have to
what's
come
happening for you.
visit.
Listen, Mom will take her back to Nashville. She had a grand old time.
Oh, she loves Nashville.
Yeah,
It's
we're
so much
packing
fun.
up, Mom. She's your new biggest fan.
Come on.
So if people want to keep up with you, if we want to see this journey, like I know you're going to keep us all abreast with everything that's happening in Nashville. And again, invite all of us Floridians to come up there and invade the bars and cheer you on.
Exactly. So I have my website, Stephen Quinn Music, and Stephen Quinn Music is all of my social media. So I keep it simple. You can find me anywhere. All my music that is out and released is on iTunes, Spotify, all the streaming services. So follow me.
There you go. Yes. Follow him and maybe, shoot him an idea. If you've got an idea for a song, we can play the same game that your dad likes to
No,
play with you.
absolutely. I do have people do that sometimes. They'll message me, on Facebook and have ideas for songs.
I'd like one that's like Tall Girls in Tacoma.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or it could be in Tacovas, like the Boots, and they can sponsor us.
Ooh.
We've got expenses.
See,
you.
I told you I'd help you write a song.
Ta-da!
All it takes is an idea, and I'll run with it.
The Tacoma Tall Girl is coming your way on the next album. Dun, dun, dun. I'll be in a music video, finally. One step closer to Hallmark.
I do have a music video on YouTube as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, amazing. Okay, so we can all go check that out. But I'm really excited to keep up with you, and I'm just so happy to have you back in studio, and we
Glad to be back.
get you back in the studio for you. Hit the big city. All right, everybody, that's going to wrap it up here for River City Plus. Make sure you go and keep up with Mr. Quinn and all of his exciting adventures. We'll be right back here tomorrow morning at 9:30 for River City Live.